Give it up for Mick Thomas. Hello, New York. It's nice to be here. I'm not from here. I come from Ireland, but I live here now. I live in New York. And thank you. It's nice of you. Thanks so much. I like living here because New York people make you feel very welcome. And how they do that, they will just run up to you and do your accent. Please stop it. Every time you guys try doing an Irish accent, you kind of sound like you're from Pakistan. You can't seem to laugh. It's like, top of the morning, do you, sir? No. Never do it again. Just leave it. I like coming here because New York people, you're very nice people. Also, New York, you're very mean people. Now, I know that's a contradiction, but what I mean by that is you will do something so kind and friendly for somebody, like you will open a door for them, but then you will ruin it by going, come on, asshole, hurry up, I haven't got all day. Will you move, you idiot? Like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean for you to open a door 25 yards when I didn't even ask you. I don't even think I'm going in here, but thank you. I own 2 children now. I own 2 little American kids, and it's a tough job to be a parent. I don't know if you are. And I suffer from a thing called nyctophobia. I don't know if you know what that is. If you look it up, it means you have a phobia of the dark. The other night, I heard a noise downstairs in my kitchen, a big crash. I went into my daughter's room. She's 6. I went, honey, wake up. I think I heard a noise downstairs in the kitchen. I'm pretty sure it was Santa Claus. Why don't you be a good girl and run down and check it out for Daddy, will ya? Go on, go on. She's my girl, though, you know, she's my best friend in the whole world. A few weeks ago, she had her very first dance recital here. It was amazing. It was in front of 2,000 people in this auditorium. She looked about this big on a stage, so monstrous. She had a beautiful purple dress on, went up, did a 6-minute solo all by herself. That's what a solo means. And but halfway through her routine, watching her, I got choked up a little bit. I got very teary-eyed because seeing her alone on that stage, I realized, as a parent, I've been wasting so much money on dance lessons. She's absolutely shite. What are you doing? And then I have my son. My son is 4 years old, and bless him, he was recently diagnosed with one of your American kid things with letters. R2D2 or something. I don't know, I don't pay attention. But he has a real-life therapist comes to our house now 3 days a week for an hour each time. Witchcraft, if you ask me. And that's the good thing about living in America, because like, all my friends go to therapy, all my New York comedian friends, they can't get enough of therapy. Why do you go to therapy? Oh, Mick, I have emotions. I have boatloads of emotions. So many emotions that just come out. In Ireland, we have 2. We've depressed and drunk, and you get on with it, and that's life, right? But here's what I do like about being here is that American people, you tell each other you love each other all the time, right? And you actually mean it. It's weird, right? You don't even have to be dying. Like you could just be going for milk or something. Okay, honey, I'm away for milk now. I love you. So much, I love you. Get bread. That's confusing to an Irish person. I'll give you an example, right? I was 12 years old. I was back home on the couch with my father. We were watching one of your American shows. I don't know if you remember Family Ties, right? Great show. There's a scene. It's the end of the episode. And again, Michael J. Fox's father is giving his son another lifelong lesson. I can't remember what it was. Something like, you're 13. Why are you wearing a tie, you idiot? You will never get a girl to sleep with you dressed like this. Stop it. But he looked his son dead in the eyes and he went, but I love you, son. Michael J. Fox looked up at his father and he went, and I love you too, Dad. And then they hugged. I turned to my father. Surely he could explain what was happening in front of my eyes. My dad awkwardly and uncomfortably looked at the television and looked at me and he went, ah, queers. But the best thing about having children, and you know this if you have them, is that you don't have to have sex anymore, right? It's gone. Good luck to it. It's like a Carnival cruise has left the dock and you're not on it, right? You're just standing on the dock going, feeling hot, hot, hot. My record of a dry spell was 9.5 months, right? And I'll tell you how I broke that streak, because I'm close to breaking it again. I used to live in an apartment with my wife, and my daughter, she was just born at the time, and there was an apartment below my wife's parents' house. Why in America do you have apartments in basements? It's very creepy. Hello, would you like to see my apartment? I would love to. Here's a lamp. You put family members and loved ones where we wouldn't put leftover Christmas decorations. But when a child comes into your life, they will unintentionally drive a wedge right down the middle of your marriage because you stop becoming a husband and wife and you're now a parent. Two different things. My in-laws spotted this before we did, so they came down the stairs and said, listen, would you like us to take your daughter for a night and you guys head out? I just threw the kid at them. I was like, here you go. Everything baby-related. Here's the diapers, half the baby monitor. I grabbed my wife and I hit the door. I said, honey, all I want to do is see a movie. I want to sit in a dark room, 2.5 hours, shut the world out. I just want to see a movie. Here's what she said to me, true story. She went, why don't we just sneak off to a motel? I said, because of terrible movies there. I mean, I don't even think they sell popcorn. It's an awful idea. So we went out that night. We saw a very funny movie. We had a romantic meal. We came home and we had the sex. Now, folks, you know that night, and I will call it that night because it may only happen to you once in a lifetime, right? It could even be tonight. But do you know that night where there's passion, raw animal passion, and you're so caught up in the heat and the animalistic of it all with someone, works better. But you're so caught up in the heat and the animalistic of it all that you will say things to each other, dirty things. My personal favorite is, honey, I'm going to drive you like you're a rent-a-car. But you say things that are so disgusting that if you've any religion in your life at all, you know you just made all the angels cry. You say things so disgusting, vile, uncalled for, filthy, that when you wake up the next morning, you can't believe you were the one that said it. Like, oh my God, what was I talking about? You can't even make eye contact with each other because you're so ashamed of yourself. Like, Jesus Christ, like, good morning, honey, how are you? Yeah, not too bad. Would you like some eggs? Not from you. I do not want any eggs from you at all. Well, we had that night. The very next morning, my father-in-law came down the stairs in an extremely bad mood, shoved all the baby stuff into my chest, said, did you have fun last night? I said, yeah, it wasn't too bad. Okay, come here, do me a favor. Next time, please turn off the baby monitor. Folks, my name is Mick Thomas. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you very much. Thank you.